to you from Little Rock, Arkansas. Welcome to Sips on the Rock with Legacy Wine and Spirits. Join hosts and store owners Johnny Akins and David Bevins, along with product expert extraordinaire Jake Dell, as we chat about booze, news, and other happenings in the wide world of wine and spirits. Now, let's get to sipping.
Welcome back.
Welcome
back to Sips on the Rock. This is episode 17.
Hello.
So,
I never know what to say right when we start.
I know.
Greetings.
Well, partially because we're running around Legacy like our hair's on fire because of the holidays, so we're a little discombobulated.
This is a crazy, crazy month.
Yeah. So trying to get the store ready. All kinds of things going on, like planning people's parties for them, helping them figure out what quantities of wine and beer and spirits that they need based on the amount of folks that they're going to have their party. And
you got all the knowledge, all your party planning knowledge,
scientific, mathematical equations,
proven, tried and true formulas.
Right? Yeah,
we can light trigonometry.
Yeah, we can math a little bit.
We can tell you how much you need for how many people for how long of an event.
And
so
different things you might want to do.
Give us a call if you've got a party you're planning. You don't know what to do, what foods.
You got a note that says curate. I love
curate. Yeah, we can curate it for you.
We will.
That's a fun word.
It is. Curate. So I mean, if you've got a menu laid out and don't know what to serve with it,
if you come in with some food, we'll definitely, or a dish that, you come in with you saying you're going to have a dish be your main course or whatever, or your hors d'oeuvres, we'll be able to pair something with it.
Right, and tell you how much you need.
Wine, beer, cocktail.
Yeah, we've got, my mother was this way, but like having parties in the house, she would never allow red wine.
Oh, I don't.
Because of the furniture?
Well, yeah. And it's a good rule to live by because we've experienced red wine spills. And
the horror.
I know.
Well, I mean, if you've got light carpet or light furniture.
Right,
it can be disastrous.
It's hard to get out.
Yeah. Light furniture, heavy drinkers.
But also, my mom loved her white wine.
Stains the teeth.
Right. She might have been a little biased.
Yeah, right. I'll drink what I'm drinking, damn it.
She's in it for the leftovers. So, along with party planning, we got some really cool things like if you're having a BYOB or something like that, you can go on our website and, hit the registry and, tell people basically what you want them to bring. They can come to the store and check off the registry list. It's not just for...
But they can actually do it online. You can actually create an online registry on a website. And you send them the link or something, I think, and then I haven't tested it recently.
Done it yourself.
It should work.
It's a feature. It's on there.
It's there. No one really uses it. That's why we're trying to
we need
a word out.
Fairly new.
Yeah.
We need a guinea pig.
Yeah. Guinea pig.
Somebody out there do it.
Someone plan a party, get on the registry, tell people what to bring. They can come shop the list, and then you'll be all set.
Yep.
Also, we do a lot of keg business. Kegs have gotten crazy, like just in the past year.
Funny enough, we get rid of the growler bar. Now it seems like we're buying more kegs for people. We do beer and wine kegs.
If you've got, a somewhat large party coming up, or you just have a home kegerator.
Lots of people, during the pandemic, got themselves some kegerators to have draft beer at home.
I bet most people don't even know that they can order a wine keg.
I bet that's true.
We might be introducing
spreading all sorts of words today.
Stuff here.
Yeah.
So is that different mechanism?
Can you
the same type.
So if I've got a kegerator at home, I can get a keg of wine on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the same
mind
stuff. Yeah, same technology, same coupler connector.
Oh, that's
because cool. They got a normal draft system at this apartment complex we send wine kegs to. They just have they got a normal beer set up and hook up wine kegs.
Well, and so the wine keg has a longer shelf life than a bottle too, right? I mean, it'll last. It's not going to go bad in a week.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're not using a party pump, like it would be the same kind of principle there, as long as you're not pumping oxygen into there and you have a system that's replacing, what goes out with CO2
Right.
But if you're just going to put a keg of wine in a bucket of ice and with the old school thing, how long would the wine last?
I mean, I wouldn't Let it go more than a week.
Yeah.
Okay. 4 or 5 days.
It'll get you through a party.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, I hope y'all are taking notes on all that.
Right. As we just rambled our thoughts.
Well, it's that time of year for parties, and office parties, family parties, blah blah blah. So come get your gifts here as well.
We talked about that sort of stuff on AR Style.
Yep, that's right. We've been
that's airing actually as we speak.
Check it out on KRK.
Well, as we speak, as we record.
All right. Not in the future.
Not in the future. What is today? I don't even know what day.
Thursday. They're all blurred together. Yeah.
Welcome to December.
Yeah.
Felt like it should be Friday.
I don't know where I'm coming or going out. Just point me in the right direction, and I'll go.
Just point me to January.
So David, I think, has been talking about the last episode. He was talking about Lambrusco being the new hip thing.
Well, I teased that I was bringing something to the show.
Oh, this was the tease?
I kind of forgot.
Oh, my God. I did too.
Well,
wow.
So
Christmas came early.
Right, no kidding. Well, this has actually been pretty dang hard to find.
It has been.
But, I am relentless and diligent.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, I've been riding your ass diligently.
Find me a Lambrusco.
Order some Lambrusco. Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Jake has the distinct privilege of ordering all the booze for the store here. So
he's a very popular guy this time of year. Right?
Yeah.
I hear his name called across the store at least 100 times a day.
Hey, Jake. I bet he hears that in his sleep.
Can we get this? Are they out of this? Are we actually out of stock of that? Have you heard of this new thing? Oh, I had a whiskey in Costa Rica.
All right. You probably do wake up hearing that in the middle of the night and scream.
So anyway, our good friend Lisa Fisher, friend of the store, friend of the podcast.
Friend to one and all.
Yeah,
right.
she is everybody's friend.
She texted me on the day after Thanksgiving asking about a sparkling red. Really tight.
He had to open the bottle on air.
Yeah.
Now he's having a little trouble.
There we go. So she asked. She was talking about a sparkling red, and I'm like, the only sparkling reds I know.
Well, didn't you say she wanted a sparkling, not sweet red? Because we have some sparkling sweet reds.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I ran through what we had. She's like, no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. And then she told me, like, a friend of hers was in for Thanksgiving from Manhattan, and apparently in New York, in Manhattan, like, rosé is out. It's all about Lambrusco. So I did some reading on the interwebs, and it is a thing. And then, like, I was sitting there, had the Food Network Frizzante.
Yeah.
Had the Food Network playing in the background, and, like, they're making a Lambrusco cocktail on the television. So, like, it's a real deal. I looked it up. There's all kinds, like sangrias and spritzes and punches and.
Well, so, you heard it from us first. Arkansas is always the last to
I was going to
pick up on the trends and stuff. So
trends and
we're getting ahead of it and informing you first that Lambrusco is where it's at now.
Trends will start off in the big cities on the coast, New York and LA, and slowly make their way to middle America.
Well, Jake, you're probably too young to remember, but it used to be like a solid decade before a trend came this far in continent. Now
general role.
Incontinent.
Into the interior lands. But now, with
I don't think he was good.
with the internet, things spread a lot quicker. Might take longer for us to actually get the product, but the word is out there.
Or the demand.
Right. But let's drum up some demand for this Lambrusco.
Right. If you want to be cool with the new hip trend, as it were.
Right. So I'm going to say, I think I said it I said it somewhere. I don't know where it was. I don't think I've tried a Lambrusco ever. And this is pretty good.
It's been a long time. So the big one that we have around here is Reuniti. And it comes in big 3-liter jugs all the way down to little 4-pack tiny bottles. And it's a value wine. I don't want to disparage it, but it is, it's not expensive. No. So we were trying to find some nicer ones, and it was hard. It was tough. Our biggest distributors didn't have any. And then one said, yeah, we got one, but we're showing a case, and that's probably really old. It's probably been sitting there for 10 years.
Pass.
Well, I mean, Lambrusco was really big here in the States, like in the 70s and 80s, you know, so it's things cycle around, you know.
Yeah, things come back
It's
around.
coming back. And this one is not a sweet one. I mean, it's
Pretty dry.
drier for sure.
It's bright and fruity and a little bubbly, a little sparkly, not on the level of champagne, but that's why they call it frizzante.
Did you call Lisa and let her know to come get this?
I have not. I wanted to try it first.
Well, Lisa, I hope you're listening.
Send out the
your,
signal.
Your Lambrusco is in the store.
It's waiting on you.
So this is 12.5. I was under the impression that they were all going to be lower ABV, but that's I mean, that is lower compared to some wines, but
Well, right. You know, the cardinal rule. I mean, that's how you know it's probably going to be dry, is the higher alcohol. Because if it's low alcohol, it's sugar in there that is unfermented or added. But, you know, if it's low alcohol, it's usually going to be sweet when it comes to wine.
Yeah.
Almost without fail.
But Lambrusco's also their young wines, isn't that correct?
Right. Yeah, like our Beaujolais Nouveau. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it's a young wine, and they don't age it for a ton of time. They get it in a bottle and get it out there.
So I'm going to butcher this. Raccolto.
Don't look at me. Today is the first time I've seen that bottle.
Yeah.
You know, it's new to us, but it's a tasty little
Cinque Campi.
something different.
Rosso.
I really can
It's
see how it would do really well in a cocktail.
I do. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Totally.
Mix it up with some gin.
Yeah. Well, there we go. I mean, that was my big surprise that I've been hounding Jake about for weeks now. Surprise!
It was all worth it.
Yeah, it was all worth it.
For the content.
Well, I mean,
Right.
new products. That's what it's about. Got some other bottles laying out up here.
Got a little funk to it.
It does have a little.
So it was like that's what it reminds me of, like a
Almost
cocktail with some little bit of bitter in it. I mean,
Yeah.
I just smelled my microphone.
Smells like my breath.
I mean, almost like a little pet net in it or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Some
Skin contact.
Yeah.
Something. But
We'll have
anyway,
to do more research.
moving forward, I
Wow.
think that we might have mentioned before Wilderness Trail being bought out by the Campari
I think
Group.
we've talked about Wilderness Trail. I don't think we've talked about the sale. Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway, like $400 million buyout of Wilderness Trail, which kind of one of those obscure, not so well known brands. Boutique.
If it were, as it were. Where are they based out of? Kentucky?
Really, really good stuff, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fantastic whiskeys.
it is Danville, Kentucky.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome product.
And they have like insanely high tech. Aren't they the ones that have like their own yeast culture program? I think that's the brand I'm thinking of. That
Don't get me to lie.
I know. Matt told us about it. I'm pretty sure it was Wilderness Trail, where they do their own yeast strains and cultures to make the mash that turns in it. Where most places, I'm sure, just buy it off the internet.
so Wilderness Trail has a tie to Arkansas, right? Isn't it
Look at us, man. We're asking questions. We don't even.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I thought that Wilderness Trail was.
No, you're thinking of Fox Trail.
Oh, Fox Trail.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
bad,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Shout out
We need-
Fox
actually-
Trail.
You're right. We actually need
We
to talk
like
about
that brand too. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to talk about Fox Trail at some point. On the
I
show.
think we're having a tasting with them before Christmas, so we'll talk about.
We should get them on the show.
Yeah. Excellent idea.
Perhaps we should. Anyway, you see Wilderness Trail. It'll be down in the reserve room. It's not, very, very pricey.
Right, it won't
Just-
break your bank.
It's just
It's really well made, small batch stuff, handcrafted. You know, they don't make a ton of juice, and so they can really, nail in and the quality control.
well, and they do make like a rye and a
Yeah,
single barrel.
Different
and
types
there's
of
different expressions.
We've even seen them do. They did a single barrel pick with Native, the Arkansas-based clothing line. But
wow.
they've done some single barrel picks at the distributor level, not at the store level that we know of. Maybe they'll be available soon.
Perhaps.
Fan,
We'll
big fan.
definitely keep our eyes on Wilderness Trail because,
Yeah.
like I said, it is a great product. Another thing we talked about. So we're in the midst of the Christmas whiskey lottery.
It has begun.
Yep. So by the time this airs, we'll be in week 2 of the whiskey lottery. Actually, the third day of the drawing.
Draw day. Yeah.
When this airs on Tuesday.
We do registration day, then draw day, and we're going to keep it rolling until Christmas.
Right.
Yeah, if y'all aren't paying attention, you've already lost out.
Just off camera, there's tons of silly Christmas hats that we do different ones every episode, and boy, it's hilarious.
Apparently, we make it a point to look as ridiculous as possible with our Christmas hats.
I mean, it's worth tuning in just for that.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and also, we're going to discuss this Orphan Barrel.
Orphan Barrel.
We're going to discuss this Orphan Barrel a little bit more in just a minute. But what was what was I even talking about?
Christmas hats, the whiskey lottery.
The whiskey lottery. This particular bottle was forfeited today. Somebody won this one in the drawing, and
no.
Right.
Those were.
I thought this was.
I brought this up for a display.
My bad.
But to your point, we have some bottles that were.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
There were actually 2 other bottles that were forfeited. So my point in this whole thing before I got completely sidetracked was to say, watch the live Facebook drawings because these bottles, we will surprise you guys and let you know.
Yeah, they don't go back in for a drawing. We'll just put them on.
First caller.
It happens every year. You know, in this case, someone won so many bottles. They're like, that's just too much. I'm going to let some other people be.
One of them was $500 bottles. So it's like, we tell people only register for what you want to win and you are willing to pay for. But I think a guy and his wife won 3 bottles. And so they only wanted 1.
Yeah.
Right.
Which one of them was the Orphan Barrel, I think.
So that goes to show you how, one day, your luck can really
change your life.
It's funny.
But for a couple to win 3 bottles out of what we did, 15 or 20 total.
It's not abnormal as long as we've been doing this.
Right. We've had multiple winners.
When we used to do the drawing out on the floor and, with the whole floor would be crowded with people and we would call the numbers out and like, the same person would go up there like 2 or 3 times, and everybody's looking at them all cross-eyed.
You'll be like,
booing.
Rick. Yeah. I hate you.
Beat them to a pulp out back.
But then they go, they kind of go off to the side and kind of trade tickets. And
yeah, it's fun. We had people asking, are y'all going to do it live ever again? And probably not.
We like the way we've landed on.
It's much better.
Yeah.
Seems a lot more organized.
I was about to say, it feels more organized.
Yeah.
Right. Even though the old way was fun.
Less hectic. We can control the
control the chaos.
Control the chaos a whole lot more when it's just us 3 sitting here calling out numbers.
So let's talk about this Orphan Barrel. We hit on it earlier while we were doing the whiskey lottery drawing on
because
our Facebook Live.
In our infinite wisdom here, some of these we just know the name and maybe the age statement, and we're like, as we're drawing, we're like, let's talk about it. We're like, actually, we don't know much about this one. And Orphan Barrel as a company, tell us a little bit about it.
So they,
because that's not the name of a distillery.
No, not at all.
It actually makes sense now that I heard the story this morning.
It's actually owned by Diageo. So, but this,
must be nice.
Right. What they're doing is they're going around the world, literally, and buying forgotten about barrels.
Old barrels from
these parent distilleries are no longer in existence, but there's still product out there.
Right, sitting in warehouses.
So it's literally orphaned whiskey sitting out around the world.
I know there's a Scotch whiskey company that does that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget the name.
So they're sourcing these barrels out and bringing them back into Kentucky, and apparently they're warehousing them all at the
See, I'm glad I'm not the only one that can't talk.
See, because I thought, is that what you found out? That's where they're then taking them is Stitzel Weller?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I
thought it was closed down.
No, I didn't know anything was going on there. Worth checking out next time you're in Kentucky.
Yeah, because this one in particular, they said it's a 14-year statement, which means that's the youngest whiskey in there because they say they blend it with a couple more, of their own, and that I imagine there's some in here that's older.
Yeah, I mean, by law, when you've got a blend like that, you can't call it a 20-year.
If you have a drop of 20-year in there, you have to call it the youngest part of the blend.
So yeah, I mean, another bottle to keep your eyes peeled for. We will be getting more. All that we have for this year has already gone through the lottery.
We did the Muckety Muck, and now this one is Fable and Folly.
But we'll be getting more.
And some cutesy little labels and funky names.
Muckety muck.
And to be clear, we don't have, unlike this one, this one has actually been, it has been claimed yet today, but they're gone. This one's not going to last.
So just be on the lookout for next year.
Right. Yeah.
We don't always have to talk
so
about
I thought it was very interesting
today.
stuff.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's a cool concept.
Orphan barrels. So Godiva is no more. The liqueur.
I'm just learning this. It's gone.
I saw your heartbreak.
So
for now,
yeah, for the foreseeable future,
it was dropped by its multinational spirits parent company.
It's been it's since probably even before COVID. We've always had a problem keeping it on the shelf. We've always kept a space for it.
It's been the high end chocolate liqueur because it's branded with Godiva. They have the brand name, and they do a dark chocolate, a white chocolate. But it's like you said earlier, it's almost. You never saw all three of them in stock at the same time. You get one, and it would sell. Then you get two, and yeah.
And there was a time when we used to be able to get all three plus the small,
right, in different sizes.
It's pricey stuff. It's not cheap, but there's a chance that I guess it gets picked up on its own by another distributor here because it's still registered to be sold in Arkansas.
Right. So if you're sitting on a distributor's license, call Godiva.
Okay, so just
call Godiva.
So. Just so our listeners are clear, Godiva itself is not gone. It's just gone in Arkansas.
Right.
Okay. Because when y'all said that, oh my God, it's gone.
If their multinational parent company dropped them.
I guess that's part of, we can share this feeling that we have when we don't know either for sure.
Right, right.
We hear from one side of the story and have Godiva shut its doors and are no longer making that liqueur. I don't think that's the case.
Yeah. We don't never know. That these things go through so many different channels.
Yeah, so that's part of what we deal with.
Even for us as retailers, there can be times when we can't get anything anymore. We think that it's discontinued, it's gone, we're never going to get it back. But in fact, it was just one distributor dropped it, another one picked it up, and no one said anything to us about it.
That's always a fun part of my job when I look like an idiot. When some nice lady is like, "Can you get this one?" I'm like, "That got dropped. It's not available here." And she's like, "Actually, I had it at this restaurant down the road 2 days ago,
like yesterday." Yeah,
like okay,
we didn't know.
We have this website that shows what things are registered with Arkansas. Not always up to date. Not right. It's an old 1997 looking website that gets updated once every 6 months, I imagine.
If that.
Yeah.
Old 97. Thank you. That's when I graduated. No.
For the internet, that's old. For a web page, that's really old.
For a people, it's not that old.
Right. Wink, wink.
There's no app that you can get for the AR brand registration.
There. Someone should develop that.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway. So gifts. Let's talk about holiday gifts this year. Obviously, I know. So this is that time of year. There's multi different facets of ways that you can get gifts. You can get gifts by the single bottles. We've got
we do free gift wrapping on a single bottle.
Free gift
nice,
wrapping.
Pretty shiny.
We've got nice
Mylar bags and
nicer
ribbon.
Gift bags for Christmas and birthday and different occasions, and
they look nice.
Gift cards and.
Gift cards. Yeah.
Most importantly, though, is I bet a lot of people don't know that you can come in and group together a handful of different things that that your loved one or friend likes, and we can put it in a really awesome gift basket for you.
Curate.
We can curate a gift basket for you.
That's right. Call Jake to curate.
Nope.
And not only
I'm busy enough right now.
Is if you want us to personally deliver to their home for you, we can do that as well.
Boom. Yeah. If you live out of state, you can call and again give us an idea. Tell us one or two things they like, types of things they like, cabs. They like wine.
Yeah.
And then we can just deliver it to their house. You can pay for it, online or over the phone. Then we can deliver it to them. All gift wrapped. And
we've even delivered gift cards for folks out of town to loved ones. So just don't forget about going online, legacylr.com. And if you want us to help you personally, give us a call and we'll help you put your gift ideas together and get it delivered.
We are always here to help.
Except on Sundays.
Except on Sundays.
But you can order online on Sunday.
Yeah.
but we don't process them on Sundays, obviously, because we're
you
not
won't
here.
get it on Sunday.
Yeah.
No, and
So-
don't wait in the parking lot.
Yeah.
You know. Speaking of the parking lot, craziness. We won't go into that.
I don't think so.
No. No.
I found $5 in the parking lot.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it was about.
So, like I said, the whiskey lottery is going on. Those are for the, well-known and lesser known, but unicorns, they're out there. They're in every state. You're not always guaranteed to get one, get what you want, but what you can get that no one else can get are our barrel picks.
All day, every day.
We are burning through that Heaven's Door. I mean,
Good.
It is going.
I mean,
it is
it
actually-
should. Good reasons.
It's really good whiskey. And Jimmy, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but every Wednesday we have a tasting event. I forget the time. I think it's 4 to 6 at our tasting bar where Jimmy's over there just
Jimmy Gary.
He's passing up all the samples of all the different barrels we have in right now, and he said just about every single time he tastes the Heaven's Door, it's sold.
No, I sold 3 in 5 minutes this morning, and 2 bottles of Elrod's. It's like if they taste it, they're buying it. I mean,
Right.
it's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
David
really good.
mixed up a little old fashioned with it, and it goes so incredibly well in an old fashioned. And
I'll have to try that.
Nicole, that's her name, right? On the AR South.
Yeah,
She was blew her mind. She was like, "Oh my
really?
god, yeah." It's the orange wine barrel. I mean, just obviously works so perfect. In an old
And some people are, very standoffish
sure,
to brown liquor.
yeah,
I mean, I think it's just a broad misnomer.
yeah.
But
I mean, if people only know it from shooting rot gut whiskey back
Right,
in college,
right, yeah.
or whatever, whiskey and Coke made with bottom shelf stuff.
or it's
what you can afford in college.
Yeah.
it's not dainty enough or whatever. I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, with these we talk about, some can be really high proof, and I mean, there's no getting around. Some can be hot, alcohol, heat, get that burn, in a good way. I like to think, but it's versatile. Like we're talking about, you can do lots of things with it other than just pouring it on ice and sipping it straight.
Right.
I mean, there's plenty of whiskey cocktails out there.
Plenty. And these are bottles that you can get readily available here at the store, but they are 100% unique, and even more so rare than your Blantons and stuff that people are calling all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have Blantons? Do you have Blantons? Do you have Blantons? Have you ever heard of Pappy Van Winkle?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
These are here in the store, waiting for a good home.
Yeah. And like, it's a one-time thing.
Yeah,
too.
will never be again.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
make
really,
plans every year.
I can't help but wonder what those last 2 notes are.
On this day in
You don't
history,
know. Yeah. John Lennon.
John Lennon was shot dead today.
Oh, today.
In 1980.
Shot dead
Sad, sad day. And also
crazed fan, right? It was a crazy fan.
Yeah. Loved him so much, had to kill him.
You killed the Beatles.
Wasn't that a Guns N' Roses song? Used to love her, I had to kill her.
Yeah, it was. In those words, yeah.
Shout out Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, shout out Guns N' Roses.
Beatles are better than Guns N' Roses.
By far.
Yeah,
By far.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, I mean, that's no comparison.
Yeah.
Also, on this day in 1941, the United States of America declares war on Japan, entering us into World War II.
Because yesterday was Pearl Harbor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. Key notes in history.
You might learn a little something of U.S. history if you listen to Sips on the Rock. We're here to educate.
That's right.
Not just about liquor.
Edumacate and drinkamacate. We stupid.
We like to have fun.
I mean, that's all we do. We just sit around here at the store and just BS with each other.
Yeah.
And pet the dog.
We were
Pet the
like,
dog.
you know what? People need to be in on this.
Yeah.
So let's
We
put
need
our
to
faces on
unleash this to the
camera
world.
and our voices on mic. And lo and behold, here we are.
All right,
Did you notice our new screensaver?
I love it.
Yeah.
It looks so great.
Our little,
Yeah.
Awesome.
our little Christmas sips on the rock.
I mean, we need to have one for every different season and holiday.
Yeah,
Right.
We'll work on that. I bet
That
it's
looks great.
really, Katie would love to do that. I'm sure.
Right. She'll never have enough on her plate. But she is fantastic at what she does. If y'all don't know, Katie does all of our in-store
Camera Diner.
Camera Diner.
Yeah.
Carabiner.
Katie K, that's what I say.
No, she does all of our graphic design, social.
Mhm.
Killing it.
All
Yeah,
that.
she's
love
she's
it.
amazing.
Yeah.
So don't forget, folks, go out on the website, legacylr.com, for your gift ideas. And also don't forget to visit the Whiskey Lottery link at the very, very bottom. It describes all of the Whiskey Lottery rules and details. By the time you hear this, there's still a few more days left of the Whiskey Lottery.
We got time.
Don't
Yeah,
miss
we
out.
got
We have
time.
weeks left.
And
right?
we got lots of really good bottles still to go.
We do.
We like to
Actually,
spread it out.
we
some
all-
of the best
and-
ones are yet to come.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
those of you who don't know, we actually like to save some of the best for last. So
And we've got our Easter eggs and bottles that don't get picked up that'll roll over into the next day.
Yeah.
So jump over to Facebook Live and catch us doing a live drawing. We're every bit entertaining
I was gonna say,
there as we
even
are.
more
here.
so.
probably more so because it's 10 o'clock in the morning. We're trying to get our lives together.
We're sipping coffee.
And we're pros at that by now. Like we're still
Right.
new in this, and we're like, yeah, I get to spin the wheel, and yeah,
Wait, Van Adele over there.
Yeah, that's
All right, folks. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
Peace out.
bye.
Keep on sipping.
Remember to subscribe to our podcast, Sips on the Rock, and like us on all the socials to keep up with what's new in the wide world of alcohol. Shop LegacyLR.com for curbside pickup or local delivery. Remember, for better service and better selection, shop local. Please enjoy responsibly. Cheers.